Progressive is a supermarket company that's part of the Woolworths Group, who are based out of Australia. In Progressive, we supply independent customers as well as corporate stores, in total over 200 in New Zealand. We've been in New Zealand for about 5 years as part of the Woolworths Group, and we supply product through New Zealand in the North Island and in the South Island. Today was the opening of our Auckland National Distribution Centre. We opened this site after a couple of years of work of refurbishing an old site that was built in the 70s. Today is the official opening before we start supplying stock to our stores in 2 weeks' time. The site is 30,000 square metres and will supply about 7,500 products to stores all across the country. We will supply stock to stores via rail and road and sea freight as well. We've got a number of new innovations in our site which have improved the safety standards, which is very important to us as a corporate entity, including truck safety, forklift safety, battery room safety, excuse me, including some manual handling innovations as well. Manual handling perspective, we now have hands-free Talkman units which use voice pick technology to pick store orders, where store orders get transmitted from a central location to an operator who wears a headset, who then picks the stock according to what the headset tells them to do, and then creates store orders which we then dispatch using RF through to our stores. So we've got a number of sustainability features in our site. As I mentioned before, it's a recycled site. We've left as much of the original material inside, plus we've integrated a number of features which reduce the power and energy and water consumption on the site. We've used as much natural lighting as possible. We've got sensor lighting in aisles where they dim down to a low level when there's nobody in the aisle, and then increase to a higher level of lux when somebody enters the aisle. We've got water harvesting on our roof, which is quite considerable, which is then used in the facilities internally. We've got an extensive recycling program to minimise anything that goes to landfill or waste, and we've eliminated any consumable items on site which can't be recycled and replaced them with more sustainable features. The new DC allows us to become more efficient by storing all of our stock in one central location, thereby removing redundant inventory that's stored in pockets around the country where, for example, certain ranges of wine might not sell in one location, and having them, for example, in Invercargill might not make sense. Having them in a central location and supporting all our customers from a central location allows us to manage our inventory far better. Also, the technology in the site allows us to be more efficient with the storage of stock. We've got racking that goes up to 14 metres, which uses the building space far more effectively. We've got picking methods in here which eliminate the use of hands and reduces the manual handling risk that was associated with the way we used to do it previously. We've also got safety mechanisms in our transport setup and in our battery rooms and with our MHE that make sure that people have to be licensed before they operate any of the equipment on site, and significantly reduces the risk of any battery or MHE related mishandlings, and also significantly reduces the risk of transport related incidents. We've also put in a weighbridge on site which allows us to establish the proper weight distribution of our vehicles before coming in on site, and we've also created some driver amenities on site, so when our drivers from either our team delivering stock to our stores or from our trade partners come on site, they've got an area to rest, relax and recuperate whilst their load's being worked, and then use any amenities they require before then going on their forward journey. So this DC, which we're opening today, has cost us $45 million, which is a significant investment in our distribution systems. I've been involved in distribution centres with the Woolworths Group for about 16 years now, and been involved in a number of openings and refurbishments. And in my opinion, this DC has the optimum mix of new technology and efficiency, and it's well positioned to deliver really effective outcomes for our customers, using the right mix of technology to remove redundant effort whilst maintaining the right level of human contact to ensure that the customer offer is still maintained whilst some of the systems are put in place to remove some of the redundant labour that was in place and some of the systems that were in place.